Welcome to SpongeBuddy Mania podcast number 6. I am SSJ. In this podcast, there is a mystery guest with me that will answer questions. I'll ask him or her a couple questions, and then we'll answer the questions that all our members have asked. Their reveal will be given after 3 clues. So if you're ready, I'll give you the first. The first one is: this person is a familiar name to everyone. Second clue, this person is a ginger. Keep in mind there is a girl ginger as well as a guy ginger, so if you're getting closer, think again. The third clue should give it away. This person likes K-pop. And my knowledge, there's only 2 people that I know of that likes K-pop. All right, have a guess. This person, in some eyes, is a traitor because they went over to the dark side or the other forums. But it is Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick.
Hi.
So if you didn't get it after the third clue, I think you need to re-examine who you know and really familiarize yourself with more so of his work, especially with Minecraft or SpongeCraft, whatever you want to call it.
Minecraft,
Minecraft, SpongeCraft, they're all the same. They both suck.
A lot of people disagree with that, but okay.
So, if you want to start off, I'll just ask you a couple questions, and then we'll just kind of go on from there.
Alrighty.
So, my 2 questions to you are your favorite SBM moment, and then also your favorite member or members, since you've been there since 2006. Well, your 10-year anniversary is coming up. I didn't even realize that till now.
Yeah. It's this June. I think it's June 14th. But yeah, it really makes me feel old, and it probably makes you feel even older.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were already out of high school by then.
Yeah.
So you probably feel really old.
I already am.
Yeah. For favorite SBM moment, I actually have quite a few because it's been so long. I know in 2007, 2008, there was the whole Maple Story thing that I really liked that because it actually, outside of the forums, we also got to do games on Minecraft. Not Minecraft, Maple Story. Shoot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man, I flubbed that up. We got to do these things called Party Quest on Maple Story that we did a lot. There was also the SBM Story that was basically a private server that really caught on with SBM, and I think it actually held the record, not the SBM Story topic, but the Maple Story topic. It held a record for most posts for about 5 years?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it held a record for quite a long time because pretty much everyone played it.
Except for me.
Well, you were busy, but yeah.
Well, us old people were busy.
Well, eventually you played Maple Story of some kind.
Yeah, it sucks. I think I tried to get everybody back in it several years later, and it just didn't work.
Nah.
Too many changes to the game.
Yeah, the game is completely different than it was back then, and then everyone complained about the pirates coming in. That was a big controversy for some reason. Another one is, surprisingly, when SBM started picking back up about, 2012? That when the forum started picking back up from what I would call a slump. I'm not sure what you all call it. Actually,
yeah, I think that's what we call it. Pretty much the dark days.
I actually really liked that because I thought the form was going to die, and whenever I was like 2006 or something, I was thinking, what if I'm 40 and SBM is still around? I actually kind of want to see that happen. So I actually really liked that moment too, when I realized, hey, SBM's not dying; it's actually coming back. That actually really made me happy.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised it even came back. I thought it was actually on its way out. I mean, I
Yeah,
would have kept, paying for it, but um, yeah, I'm glad we got a lot more members. We even got to 1 million posts. I'm even surprised about that.
yeah, I'm surprised because I went on the Wayback Machine. I think it's called archive.org now or something like that. But
Yeah.
in 2007, SBM had about 200,000 posts. So between 2007 and now, there was this huge, like, 700 or 800,000 posts made. It's impressive.
Dang. That sounds about right. About 100,000 each year.
Yeah,
8 years later.
it's really impressive. Dang, and now you're going to make me pick my favorite member of members. Oh, man. There's a whole lot of them. Well, honestly, when it comes to the older members, I would have to probably say Mothra, but because I actually did get to meet her in real life. That was quite an interesting story, but that I'm not going to bore people with that story. But I did get to meet her.
I remember seeing pictures
Yeah,
about that. Y'all were dressed up as Cheshire cats.
yeah,
Again.
yeah. That was really interesting. It's actually specifically from Oran High School Host Club, the Hitachi twins, because my brother and I are twins, and we're both redheaded, so it's kind of we were just like, we feel obligated to do that, to dress up like them. Of course, we had a lot of fans, but beside the point.
Right.
We actually had a secret fan club going on too. It was kind of creepy. We saw it on Facebook that there was like this fan club of us. It really freaked us out.
Wait, y'all were in a band club?
No, fan club.
Fan club. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. I guess for the newer members, uh, this is going to be a really tough choice. I'll have to say one of my favorite members has to be Evil because he likes llamas. Llamas.
You don't mean he's like cute lol? Ha 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 ha.
Let's not revisit that. Those were
Okay.
those were also dark days in SBM history.
That was not a fun time. Everybody was arguing about that. Even I actually was tired. I was seriously tired about that. Actually, I'm still tired of. I get tired of a lot of stuff that happens, like all the memes that happen sometimes.
And then watch it come back 5 years from now, because I've been noticing that sometimes the older memes of SBM, which back then we called them fads,
Right.
they sometimes come back. Like that one funny Squidward picture came back.
I saw your post on that. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that actually was a thing about 5 years ago. So
Oh,
some of these new memes, quote, are actually they may or may not be intentional, but they were actually at one point in SBM's history. Yeah.
um, okay. I guess we'll move on to the next question.
Okay.
All right. If you could live anywhere in the world for at least 10 years, where would it be and why?
Oh,
I'll let you go
a
first.
lot of people are going to be very surprised about my answer on this one. It is actually not Japan. And the reason why I don't want to live in Japan is because, well, mainly because it's so far away from everyone else. I mean, there are certain areas of Japan that I know that I would like, but there
Mhm.
are other areas that I'm not entirely sure that I would like, especially since I've been taking some Japanese classes and I can kind of see what the Japanese culture is like. I don't think I don't think I would actually fit very well with Japan in particular. Honestly, if I could move to anywhere around the world, it would probably either be Canada or France. And
Hmm.
I've with Canada, there actually was a story with that because in 2005 I almost moved to Toronto, and by almost I mean I had visas and everything to go there, and my parents had picked out a house and they already had a career set over there, and the only reason why we didn't is because of family. So Canada would definitely be on the upper in the list of places I would go to.
Sure, not. It's not because Laura's up there too, and a couple of
You
other
would,
members.
I would definitely visit her at
Oh
least like
yeah,
5 or 6 times a year. But yeah, I would definitely visit her. And then France, I've just always been interested in France.
um, I golly, I can't think of any place other than where I'm at now. Um, for the next 10 years. Um, yeah, I would say if anything outside the states, I would say Canada.
We can get a house together. No, we can get a house together with Laura. Then we'd have the perfect house. I bet she would go for it too.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we would have. Oh man, those would be like the happiest times of our lives for the next 10 years.
Yeah. It'd be like we would have our own Friends sitcom. And then the last episode of our sitcom, it'd be us leaving, and we would have to dramatically leave our keys on the kitchen table.
I'd be okay with recording that and just kind of turning into like a mini YouTube series or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite video game.
Oh man. Well, I think everyone knows my obvious answer. The Sims. I really love The Sims. In fact, I actually own almost all of The Sims 3. I actually do own all of The Sims 2, but that was because whenever The Sims 3 came out, everyone started selling their Sims 2 games at yard sales. So I would go and buy them at yard sales for like 50 cents to a dollar or so. So I have all of The Sims 2. Sims 3, I have almost all of it. I will refuse to buy The Sims 4 though, because there's no toddlers. Sorry, no
Oh
toddlers.
yeah, I heard about that.
I won't buy it because there isn't any toddlers. It just ruins the game for me.
Well, with each version, it just gets worse and worse.
I mean, I like the way that The Sims 4 is made and everything and how they look and whatever, but I just if they add toddlers, I would give it a shot. But I haven't even played it.
Um, I think my favorite video game is on the PlayStation. It's called. I call it Tomba. It's actually Tomba, according to one of the characters in the game. It's basically this like seven evil pigs, kind of take over the land, and each pig has different powers, but it's like a quest. Get different items, complete different quests or different, I guess, adventure items. It's a really addicting, fun game. It's almost like, not Kingdom Hearts, but I'm trying to think of the big quest games. But yeah, Tomba 1, Tomba 2. Unfortunately, they only made 2, only for PlayStation. But it's so fun. I mean, you get to fly around. You can hit, pigs with different items. You can hop on them and throw them. It's just really fun. I recommend it for anybody out there who has a PlayStation.
Or even a PlayStation 2. I don't know if 3 or 4 can play the PlayStation 1 games.
4 is supposed to be backwards compatible soon.
Okay. The only thing I own is a PlayStation 1, so I wouldn't know. Well, that and a Nintendo 64. Yeah, I have really old gaming consoles.
That's because they're the best consoles.
I can say, though, that I do have the original Ocarina of Time, so that's fun. Glitches and all.
Oh, right. All right. I think I'll save the next question for the last. How about the favorite song?
Favorite song? Well, I have a couple. Most of them are from Sia, but my favorite right now is actually a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, I am not surprised by this answer." It is "Daddy" by Psy, and the reason why is because my friends just keep playing it over and over, and it just kind of just stuck on. And if we see each other walking on campus, because I go to college, we'll just be like, "Hey, where'd you get that body from?"
Oh my gosh.
It's really funny. Another one that I like is Chandelier. I really like Chandelier.
Who sings that?
Sia.
Okay. Of course. Oh, I really don't have a favorite song. I mean, I really don't. I just have a bunch of favorite songs. I don't like any of the new music. Other than maybe some 21 Pilots or Imagine Dragon.
Oh, I know someone who would love you for saying Imagine Dragons. Yeah.
I don't know. I like a lot of the '90s music. No shame on Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. No shame
Oh,
whatsoever.
that's a question for you. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Um, Dang, that's a good question. Uh,
I mean, I have my answer.
of course, you could always say either 98 Degrees or New Kids on the Block. Um, Golly, I would say Backstreet Boys.
You are now my mortal enemy.
I mean, they
No,
both have good songs. I like more Backstreet Boys songs than NSYNC.
no, I remember back because I was in kindergarten in like '99. That just made you feel old again. Sorry.
Yes.
I was in kindergarten in '99, and that was when like the whole Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC thing was going on.
hmm
And what they would do is instead of like splitting us for dodgeball, they would just say, "If you like Backstreet Boys, go to this team."
Oh
And
my
we were
gosh.
we were split based on if we liked Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. I always joined the NSYNC side because
Yikes.
I really like NSYNC. So I even had the board game with a it was like the Backstage Pass game or something like that.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I had that game, and I would occasionally, because I was really really little, I would actually go to school with that Backstage Pass on. It was really funny.
Oh man. All right, next question. Favorite movie, favorite genre.
Favorite movie? Oh man, this would be a lot easier to answer if I actually did watch movies. I'm not a movie person or a TV
Okay.
person.
Then do you have a favorite Disney movie? If you don't really watch like regular movies.
Disney movie. Oh man, that's even harder. Well, I know it's not Frozen. Sorry, Frozen fans, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Um, a lot of people would actually disagree. I know, especially on the SpongeBob community, they would actually disagree with this opinion. I actually really, actually, that's not Disney. Well, it goes with the favorite movie question. Not Disney, but favorite movie. The Lorax. I actually really like the Lorax. But
I couldn't watch that.
see, everyone disagrees with me.
Now I could watch Horton Hears a Who, the remake.
Everyone
That was a
dis-
good one.
everyone disagrees. I'm just a sucker for musicals of any kind, and the Lorax had songs, so I actually really liked it. Like, I don't like Frozen though. Just throwing that out again. Um, Disney movies though, I actually really like Milan. Talk about 98 degrees, but Milan.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I didn't like the second one. I really liked the first one though.
I still haven't seen the second one, and I refuse to watch the second one because I heard that it just ruins the first one. Like kind of like Pocahontas 2, how it ruins the first one
Oh,
because
yeah.
Pocahontas is the first one was really historically inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided, oh hey, we're just going to remake Pocahontas and make it historically accurate.
Well, I mean,
No,
they remade or they made a second Fox and the Hound, second and third Little Mermaid, second Hunchback of Notre Dame,
I haven't
which was
seen
terrible.
I haven't seen most of those seconds because I just sometimes I think if a movie is really that great, then a sequel's just going to ruin it.
Yeah, but they're going to go for the money. Kind of like
Although
with Cars 2. Cars 2 was terrible.
honestly, though, Shrek made it happen. Shrek 2, I thought was better than Shrek.
Yeah, I'll agree there. Toy Story 2 was better than the original.
Yeah. Although Shrek 3 ruined. They ruined it.
They made a fourth one.
I
Or they're
still,
go. I heard they were making another one.
I'm not going to watch a fourth one. Shrek 3 ruined it. But Shrek 2 was really awesome. Genre, if like favorite genre, I would have to say Disney kids movies, whatever, because I don't really watch movies. I'll watch occasional horror though.
Oh yeah, I love horror.
Yeah.
I golly, if it can scare me, it's a great horror movie. I mean, I still like watching them if it doesn't, scare me. Like, what's what's the one that won like a small festival award? Oh, The Babadook. That's a great horror movie. Fantastic. Favorite movie? I would say 12. I don't know. Basketball, 12 Angry Men, Domino.
Please say Space Jam. Please.
Oh yeah, obviously Space Jam 2. Sorry, Space Jam 1. They are making a Space Jam 2 apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Or they're trying to anyway. Um, but as far as Disney, Emperor's New Groove has always been my favorite. Uh,
I recently had a drinking game with that one.
with Emperor's New Groove.
Yes. There's one of them that says take a shot at every time that a door is opened or closed. And there's that one scene where Kronk
Oh
and
yeah,
yeah, they keep going through the kitchen
in and
door.
out.
Oh,
uh,
it was great.
okay. I'll say the next one for the last two, or near last. WinRAR or 7-Zip? I guess I could really go with the next question too, which is Mac versus Windows, because I mean, I didn't really use 7-Zip until Mac.
Actually, I actually used 7-Zip more than WinRAR,
I
but
actually used like WinZip, WinRAR, and WinAce. Like I just kind of varied between the three of them, or I switched between the three of them.
I actually don't use 7-Zip anymore because when I got my Mac in 2012, I actually got it's like this app called Keka or Kika. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it basically does everything that 7-Zip, WinRAR, whatever can do. And then I also got the Unarchiver that's in the App Store, and I find it just really easy. But whenever I had Windows, I would I just kind of most of the time I use 7-zip. Sometimes I use Renoir, but it really depends. Just on my mood.
And as long as the program works, I don't really care what it is.
Hmm.
I got like on the Mac, I'm using the unarchiver, so
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
fine with
nowadays,
that.
nowadays, I actually really like Mac more than Windows, especially when Windows 8 came out. Oh, I saw Windows 8 and I did not want any part of it.
Right. My biggest complaint is the switched over to something brand new. It's like they started over with all the what is it, the widgets or the squares, whatever they want to call it.
Metro.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like nobody could get used to it. I mean, it does take time to get used to new
Yeah.
the Metro, like a secondary in Windows 8. Keep the same startup like you've always had, but use that as an alternative if people want it.
Yeah. My favorite Windows is still Windows 2000.
Yeah,
People,
I've heard a lot of people complain about it, but I had no problem with it. Same with Vista.
uh, I think that's for Vista for me. It was because my computer was crap, so that might be a little bit of a biased opinion.
Yeah, I will always. I think if they can just update the software, but Windows 95 only because of Microsoft Bob.
Bob.
Um, I loved that program. Absolutely loved it, and I wish I could play it again, but I don't think I ever will. Which is sad.
You can always make a virtual machine of Windows 95.
And if I can get a legal copy of Windows 95, I'll be okay with that.
Go to a yard sale, you'll probably find it.
Um, okay, favorite game show.
Oh, I would probably have to say Family Feud because it's really,
Which version?
you know, I don't really have a favorite version. I don't watch that much TV to begin with, but out of the shows, I think I think the only ones I've seen is the ones with Steve Harvey in it.
See, he's a great host.
Yeah, I think that's the only version I've seen. Maybe another version, but that would probably be a while ago. But out of the episodes that I've seen of Family Feud, I love it. Especially when like one of the families they get really either really wild up or they're really pissy because sometimes the families on the show just have a really poor attitude.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's really funny whenever they get pissy and everything. They're like, "What? No, that has to be on the board," or something like that. And it's always the left side. I don't know why the left family is always the one with like the pissy side or whatever.
Yes. Okay, I have noticed. I have noticed like the left side is always the weirder, not the really the weirder one, but just the one that's not as normal as the one on the right or as smart.
We're stereotyping the sides. Yeah, it's just the left side. I don't know. It's kind of like Left Shark, but Family Feud. Or Rap Cat with the separate sides of rallies or checkers or whatever you call it.
Wait, do what?
Not rallies. Is it? I'm going to feel stupid if it's not. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Have you ever heard of Rap Cat?
No.
Aw, you missed out.
I'm okay with that. Favorite game show. Mine is, of course, there's different versions of this one too, but the $100,000 pyramid or the $25,000 pyramid or the pyramid. depending on which one you watched. I've watched all of them. I love that. It's too bad Dick Clark cannot host anymore.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That actually made me really sad when I heard about that.
Oh yeah. I don't even know that I've ever shared this on SBM, but when I was a kid, I used to I couldn't tell time, but I knew when that show was coming on. I would always turn on the TV and it would be on.
Wow.
Um, and then I would dress up like Dick Clark. I would walk out just like him, start the show, ask my parents questions, blah blah blah, give clues. Even on the reruns, I would still do that.
Wow.
It was good times, good times.
That's
I've wanted to be a game show host my entire life. It's still a dream, but you know,
that actually reminds me of my brother and I. We would actually really get mad at our parents whenever they would turn off the Teletubbies. Which now, when we look at the Teletubbies, it's really weird. But we were like 4 years old or something, and we had always known when the new Teletubbies was going to be on the TV, and it was like sometime on Saturday mornings, and our mom, like, she got so used to us watching it that she would not make any doctor's appointments or anything like that during that time because she knew that we could not, we wouldn't leave the house. We would just sit there and watch the Teletubbies. And that was the one TV show that we just watched every week, was the Teletubbies. We wouldn't watch the TV any other time. It was just the Teletubbies. I'm not sure what the deal with that show was. But
I never could get into that show. Okay. Best season and best holiday.
oh man. Well, I can tell you, and Evil's going to be very sad about this. It's not the winter. Sorry, winter's not my favorite. Um, it would probably have to be the fall season because I love seeing orange leaves, especially when you go around and because I live in Kentucky. I would go around in the Appalachian or Appalachian, however you say it, the mountains, and I would just drive around, and there are some really beautiful sceneries that you can go and see, where like the roads would be on the side of mountain tops and everything, and you would just see an entire like sea of orange leaves. It's beautiful. And the best holiday, I would have to say Halloween. I really like Halloween a lot. I just
Glad
love
somebody agrees with me.
I just love the spirit that comes out of it because I feel like Christmas has just been commercialized, and and now it's just, oh hey, I'm going to buy you something. There's just no Christmas spirit anymore. And some people argue that hey, Christmas spirit only really exists in kids. I kind of disagree. Even my parents they just don't have Christmas spirit anymore. And they're in their 60s now. So
I think it's the older you get, the more you don't,
I don't think so. I don't
get
think so.
as excited as you used to.
No, even before my brother and I were born, they were my parents were such big Christmas fans. They would go decorate the house every year, and by decorate I mean like the entire place was lit and everything. And then now they don't even care. They come over for dinner, maybe, sometimes. Yeah. And then Halloween, we still love Halloween. We still decorate for Halloween. We have Halloween parties every year. And the spirit's just still there. I love Halloween.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite holiday, or best. I think it's the best holiday.
Yeah.
I love seeing all the different costumes. Um, I like winter the best, actually. Fall, winter, either one. I love the cold. I love the snow. I absolutely love it. Now, I wouldn't go anywhere where it's, several feet of snow. I think I'd like to, maybe for a vacation, but not for living.
Right. Is this
Um,
because you grew up in Texas?
yes. Well, no, I mean, I like, we didn't get much snow where I was. In fact,
Okay.
we rarely got it. But the times we did get it, I, I don't know, I just fell in love with it. It was great.
Hmm.
I would not move where I am now for anything because I have the snow. I have a view of the mountains. I have everything that I've wanted. The weather's great. No humidity. The as far as cold being like getting down to 3 degrees, it doesn't feel like that because there's no humidity.
Hmm.
So I can go out in jeans and a long sleeve shirt and still be fine. I can't get that anywhere else.
Kentucky is 90% humidity. It's just humidity here. You can't ever have really awesome hair in Kentucky. Warning for anyone who actually cares about their hair. Don't come here. You just walk outside, especially during the summer. You walk outside and your hair just poofs up for no reason. It's awful.
Um, SBM or SBC?
Oh no.
I think everybody knows my choice.
Duh, it's neither.
All right. Well, I mean, if we're talking about SBC, SpongeBob Crazy, I still pick SBM, but yeah, I wish there were more choices these days.
What if there
Like,
was what if there was like 20 different websites? That would be a really tough decision.
hey, that it used to be the thing. I mean, you
Yeah.
had SpongeBob Area, you still have kind of like SpongeBob Net, but that's not a forum or it's mainly just a site that needs updated,
Hmm.
drastically. SpongeBob Area, SpongeBob Crazy, United SpongeBob.
There's that one German form that's still going, but
Uh,
it's like I don't remember what it's called.
there's actually there were quite a few German websites. I was kind of surprised and
Yeah.
forums.
Yeah,
Um,
like I think two of them are still going really well,
I know
but
SpongeBob.de is. I don't know if they got bought by the German Nickelodeon or whatever. They're now like SpongeBob-news.de, which sucks because I actually like the original URL. But yeah, obviously I would pick SBM.
uh, I'm not sure if I can pick between the two because I hate to pull the old card on this,
But
but
you can.
I mean
It's okay. You can do that.
I can because the SBM that I grew up with is not the same SBM that is today. So the SBM that I know of isn't even around anymore.
All right.
I hate to pull the old card on that one. So I'm not entirely sure. Uh,
I
yeah,
think
that's
I
a tough
can't
choice.
choose SBC. I think a lot of people know why. It's just because of how it happened, how it began. All the arguing that we had, 5 years ago.
Yeah, I'm glad
Thanks to
that
Dylan.
I'm glad that most of that has been put past aside.
Right.
Well, not even just picking sides; it's the arguing. I didn't like seeing the arguing at all. Depending on it didn't even matter which side you picked. It's just arguing all the time. I mean, people are entitled to their opinions. Some people think SBM is the best place in the world. Some
I
people
mean, they're
think that
totally right.
some people think SBC is just like the coolest place. But people are entitled to their opinions. But that doesn't mean you could start arguments everywhere, and it got crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. I think Homie's actually already asked, let's see, this question. Yeah. Well, I asked you about it. I don't really have a favorite member. I mean, I have a lot of favorite old members of SBM.
Of course, it's me.
You didn't even pick me. Why should I pick you?
Well, if I said you, then that would I feel like that would be sucking up.
It's okay. You can suck up to me.
It's
Uh,
like one of those favorite admin topics. I thought about
like
putting
the
on.
awards every 6 months that we have.
I thought about voting Joe because no one votes Joe.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going to vote Joe just to put someone on there that's not on the ballot.
Um,
He has a
I
bit
don't know.
of
There
it.
was there was you, your brother, Laura, SB1 fan, um, golly, Max, or iPlankton. I don't know. There was just a lot of good ones. All the old mods. Like Do the Sponge. Um, Annie was actually one of my favorites, only because not really only, but she was a great artist. She was also really cool to talk to. She gave us the custom emotes that SBM has the exclusive rights to.
Mm.
Um, let's see. TBH ask favorite currently airing cartoon.
Oh, favorite currently airing cartoon. Are we obligated to say SpongeBob or no?
I haven't seen it live or on the debut side in quite some time after not having cable.
Yeah.
I mean, I still get the DVDs, but
Favorite
um,
favorite airing cartoon.
man, I don't even get to really watch cartoons anymore. At least current ones.
Yeah. The most recent one that I saw was Gravity Falls, and there are people that do not agree with my opinion of Gravity Falls. And I'm not going to bring that subject in here, but I what I did was I posted an honest review of it, and there were people that argued with me saying that like um, I
I
watched it
bet
too
they would.
fast and blah blah blah.
People can't respect other people's opinions these days.
I mean, I
Uh,
can see it. I'll be fair to them. I can see that how like watching it too fast. You could argue that I didn't have enough time to soak in the episodes and whatever, but honestly, going to the question, I don't really watch a whole lot of cartoons. What I usually watch more of like live action shows. I know right now, as far as currently airing, one of my favorite shows is Once Upon a Time.
yep,
I love that show.
it's a
I,
good one.
I can't wait till March when the new season comes in.
All right. I kind of wish. I mean, I feel like it's The Simpsons. I think South Park's doing a great job at continuing and being great. I haven't really watched The Simpsons in probably 20 years. Um, but I wish Once Upon a Time would kind of end at this next season.
Yeah, I feel like going to the underworld is a bit of a stretch, but it might actually work out because they're really good with the plot lines. It might work out. I don't know. But yeah, I would agree. Maybe not another season.
I just feel like they're dragging it on. Like they included the Frozen characters. I was not a fan of that. Like, I mean, I don't mind
Mm.
the movie. It's not a terrible movie, but it's obviously not my favorite.
I mean,
But I
once,
just wish, why would they need to include those characters? They already have so much to work with.
yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Frozen, but actually, really, one thing I did appreciate them adding the Frozen characters is that it actually did fill in some of the plot holes in the movie because it never explained where Elsa got her powers from. And then Once Upon a Time actually did kind of explain where it came from. I mean, there's still lingering questions as to. I mean, I'm not going to give spoilers because there might be someone who's watching the show, but the other person, you know who I'm talking about if you've seen the show. Um, where did she get it?
I actually did not watch the beginning of season 4, which I'm pretty sure is when Elsa came into play.
Yeah, season
Yeah.
four.
I didn't get to watch the beginning of season 4, but I did watch the rest of it. I think I went in like episode 3.
Yeah, it does a really good job filling in the plot holes of Frozen. But I do agree that adding the Frozen characters in there was kind of a bit of a stretch. I did like how it turned out in the end, though.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, I can say cartoon. I don't know if you want to call it anime or cartoon or whatever. Dragon Ball Super.
They're actually still showing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Do you not know
Wow.
that they came in with this? So basically, the first several episodes is like the new movie,
Hmm.
the Resurrection of F. But now the latest episode kind of just finished that. They're going to get into more things. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Okay, so now we can finally get to the Christmas and New Year's questions. I know it's past Christmas, it's past New Year's, but, better late than never, I guess.
Yeah.
The Drifter asks, where did you go for New Year's?
This is going to be a forever alone answer. I didn't go anywhere. What I did was I was with my brother and my roommate, and we were on our couch watching the ball drop. I was also on SpongeCraft at the time because we did a SpongeCraft ball drop too. That was a fun event. But what I did was after the ball drop happened, I busted out some wine and I had like one shot of it and then went to bed. I was actually really lame for this New Year's. I've had some pretty interesting New Year's though, but this past one, nah, it was really lame. Did
I
you?
mean, I don't really go anywhere for New Year's. I mean, girlfriend and I went to friends, they're, one building down from us, so we just walked over there because they have cable and we don't. We just watched the ball drop. I like watching the ball drop every year.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not going to go anywhere and watch the ball drop, but that's basically all we did, and we ate pizza. And that's really about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, New Year's is kind of disappointing once you get older.
I don't know. If you have a New Year's party, it can be really fun.
Yeah, I
But
mean, if you like to party, I don't like to party. I mean, I can, be crazy if I want to be, but I don't like going to parties.
I like hosting parties maybe once or twice a year. That's it. I don't really like going to other people's parties because I'm not entirely sure what's going on at those parties. At least when I host them myself, I know what's in it and who's going. And I usually only invite my close friends. And we can get pretty wild. So, I mean,
All right.
Mario Party gets really intense.
Oh, that's true. We should do that next year, or I guess this upcoming New Year's type of video game party. Um. Okay, so the appetizer asks favorite Christmas movies or TV specials.
Elf. I'm sorry. Elf.
I hate
Oh,
that. That is my least favorite Christmas movie. No joke. I think it's so unfunny.
for those who are listening, we are completely opposite when it comes to the movie Elf. Elf is my life. And
I mean, I
then,
like Will Ferrell. I just think this movie sucked.
I mean, some of the, I call them poop jokes. That would be like the burp in it. I thought that was
Mm.
dumb. But I just love Elf. It's my favorite Christmas movie ever. And TV specials, I would, honestly, this is going to sound really stupid, but I actually really like the Christmas Who episode of SpongeBob. I can't go through Christmas without watching the Christmas Who episode.
Oh yeah, same here. That's why we did it the movie night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a great one. I have to pick Home Alone, Home Alone 2.
That's really a really good option too.
I don't think I could get ever tired of those. But as far
No.
as TV specials, I think Doug, Rugrats, all the old Nickelodeon Christmas specials. Sorry, I like old Nickelodeon. I can't help it. But yeah, those TV specials. I like Christmas Who. I mean, I kind of like the new Christmas episode too, just not as much as Christmas Who. And it's not even like the nostalgic
Hmm.
factor of Christmas Who. It's just I just like that episode more.
Yeah, and there's also Fairly Odd Parents that I really like. It's really
Oh yeah,
cheesy.
Christmas Every Day.
Yeah, it's really cheesy, but I love it.
Yeah,
I mean, the first time you watch it, you already know what's going to happen, but it's still
right.
good.
Well, and I, I have the like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus, all the classic Christmas movies or
Yeah.
TV specials, whatever. I like a lot of those. I think my favorite out of that would be Rudolph because I mean I also have the Peanuts Christmas and Alvin and the Chipmunks, but yeah, I think Rudolph trumps them all.
Hmm.
Um, okay, Gary the Snail says favorite gift of all time.
Does that mean like Christmas gifts or
Yeah, yeah. We can do receiving. I mean, if you want to give, if you want to do the giving part too, you can do that.
I'm more of a giver than a receiver, so it would be
Same.
something. It's something I would give for Christmas. Oh, there was this was actually very recent, last Christmas season. Um, what I did was I got a bunch of actually no, this wasn't the Christmas season. This was right after New Year's, the weekend after New Year's. So this was like a few weeks ago. What I did was I had a bunch of our friends because everyone's going to college or they moved away or something like that. We had a bunch of our friends come back to Louisville because I'm from Louisville. By the way, Louisville's how we say it in Kentucky. Other people would say Louisville, but we say Louisville. But we would have we had everyone come to Louisville, and we actually lamely had a sleepover. So basically, what I did was I actually had a friend that we haven't seen in so many years. We had a friend hide in the closet. Now this isn't a gay joke; it was just hide in the closet kind of thing. But what we did was we had our friends come over, and we were like, okay, so we have a gift for you. And this was my brother and I. We have a gift for you. And what we did was we opened the closet. Everyone freaked out because we haven't seen this friend in like 5 or 6 years. So, well, oh, it was great, and it didn't cost us any money to do that either. So sometimes the best gifts are free, in my opinion. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
you must have money to give, but hey, that was actually probably one of my favorite memories as of this point, and that happened a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm more of a giver. I mean, the last couple of years I've only done for gift cards because nobody in my family tells me what they want. Um, but I also, like giving stuff away at Christmas, on SBM.
Yeah.
Um, actually, nobody else but the staff knows this, but, I'll just say it anyway. I give the staff, like 10, $15 through Amazon every year.
Oh, that's sweet.
Um, of course, I didn't, this past Christmas because I'm poor, but I'll, fix that soon.
Well, you moved. That's
Yeah.
understandable. You actually had a significant move.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I don't regret that move at all.
well, glad to hear it. I'm glad to
Um,
hear that this chapter in your life is better.
so much better. Uh, President Squidward says favorite Christmas commercial.
Oh, this is going to be really hard because uh, both of us don't have cable. I haven't had cable in like 10 years. So, well, it's not been 10 years, but it feels like it's been 10 years. But there's this one commercial. I'm not entirely sure if it's still on TV. I'm pretty sure it is because it's been on forever and ever. But it's the one with the Hershey Kisses and like the Hershey Kisses do the little
Mm-hmm.
Christmas song.
Na, 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 na,
Yeah, that
na.
one.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
like the M&M's commercial with Santa.
I was at the one
And
where
that's 10. No, it's 9 years now they've been doing that.
is that the one where the Santa comes down from the chimney and the two M&Ms are in the living room or something like that.
Yeah, and they say, he does exist. They do exist. And then they both faint.
Yeah.
And the yellow one's like, Santa? Yeah, that's a good one. I can't really think of anything. I mean, yeah, I don't have cable either, so I can't think of any TV commercials. Maybe he can send us some that he's recorded on his VHS tapes. Maybe we can actually
VHS.
have um,
Which is
better choices.
that's sad because there's some people on SBM that are too old for I mean too old, too young for VHS tapes.
I'm guessing this is his. I really don't know. I'm guessing this is the only, or his favorite way of recording, or maybe his only way of recording.
Well, it's certainly cheap these days.
Right.
Go to Big
I think he,
Lots.
I think he actually asked for VHS tapes for Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. I think he got like a 6 or 8 pack.
Yeah, they're really cheap now because no one buys them.
Right. Good times.
I remember having to spend like $10, $15 for blank VHS tapes.
Yep.
And now they're like 50 cents, maybe.
Um, Big Meaty Claus says favorite and least favorite Christmas song.
Oh man. Well, currently, because of a specific individual on SBC, specific, and one of my favorites now is Christmas Is Mine, the one that Plankton sings. I actually really like that for some reason. But also like All I Want for Christmas Is You, Michael Bublé. I love Michael Bublé.
He's got a couple good songs.
Yeah. The whole Christmas album, just in general. I love it. Least favorite, dang. I don't really have a least favorite Christmas song. I just love Christmas songs. I really do. I'll just sit there and listen to the Christmas radio all day, and I don't get
Now,
tired of it.
I cannot listen, before I answer the question, I cannot listen to Christmas music until December 1st.
Oh yeah, that bothers me too.
I can't stand lights being up until then, and also the songs playing on the radio. I will avoid those radio stations at all costs.
You know what's ridiculous? There was a Christmas radio station that started November 2nd, 2 days after Halloween. I was mad. How do you even do that? And they already had a dedicated Christmas radio station, and at work they would play that station all day, all night.
Well, you know they have a 24/7 Christmas station, right? No
Uh,
joke. They have it playing every day of the year.
wow. Well, not
Yeah.
here.
Hardcore fans.
Not in Kentucky.
No, I think it's just like a global station. Like not
Oh,
one you can get on your radio, but just you can go online and just listen to it.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that something like that exists. Here, it comes seasonally. Whenever the Christmas season comes, they just start up a new radio station. It's usually they change the station every year, depending on what's available. Because sometimes radio stations close, sometimes they open. So whichever radio station is open, they're like, "Oh, this is the Christmas radio station this year." So
Hmm. My favorite song. I don't know. I actually have a tradition every Christmas that I listen to the Tales of the Crypt Christmas CD every day. Don't get tired of it. Um, I just like the songs on there. I love that CD. I don't really have like a favorite, traditional Christmas song or least favorite.
hmm.
I I mean, I like Christmas songs. I just don't think I have, unless you like play it. I hear it on the radio over and over and over and over again. Then I'll get tired of it. But just for that year. Cake Cup says favorite, least favorite Christmas foods.
This is um, this is probably going to be funny for anyone who's seen the Coco Peru videos. Uh, One of my favorites right now is the panettone, and it's if you haven't had a panettone, it's basically like this sweet bread that you can get during the Christmas season. It's usually imported from Italy. It's really good, at least to me. Some people really hate panettones, but I actually really like it. I'm not even sure if I'm actually saying the word right. I think I am. It's how Coca Peru pronounces it. If she's wrong, then I'm wrong. But yeah. And then least favorite, everyone says that the fruitcake is the worst. Honestly, I've never had a fruitcake. So I don't know.
I haven't either.
I,
I don't. I'd like to try it, but
I
yeah, I don't know.
least favorite though. Is there even such thing as a bad Christmas food that's not fruitcake?
I mean, we just eat leftover Thanksgiving food, not from Thanksgiving, of course, but just
That'd be
the
weird.
same same foods from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite Christmas food or least favorite. As long as it's good, I don't really care. Katniss loves tacos says, "What celebrity would you kiss under the mistletoe if you had the chance?"
Uh,
I know my answer.
well, that's because you're a perv. But uh,
What?
I'm pretty sure when you go to bed, you're like, what celebrity am I going to kiss in my sleep tonight?
Hey, who doesn't do that?
I'm actually not a big person on celebrities. That might just be because I'm from Kentucky and we just don't care about celebrities all that much. I actually didn't really know. I didn't know some of the most popular celebrities until a few years ago. Like I didn't know who J Lo was. I thought J Lo was Jennifer Lawrence. I'm not even kidding. I didn't know.
Of
I um
course, she's J Law.
well, I
Oh,
just
that she would probably be second on my list.
I just thought well, everyone here knows who Jennifer Lawrence is, honestly. But there are some people like I actually didn't know who Kim Kardashian was until a few years ago. I didn't know who she
I don't
was.
think anybody did.
Well, it's just that Kentucky's so out of the loop for most things when it comes to celebrities. It's either you actually actively pay attention to it on the internet or you just don't hear it.
Yeah.
But I can make a joke about what celebrity I would kiss under a mistletoe. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
I would have to pick Lord because then I can say that I'm kissing the great Lord. But
Ah.
crush.
Uh, golly. Okay, so my answer would be. Oh my gosh, I just forgot her name. Of course. Um.
You just care about the face, do you?
Oh my gosh. Holy crap! What is her name? Um.
Time to do a weird Google search.
Yeah, I kind of have to do that now.
The
Oh,
one
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
But I think my second one would be Jennifer Lawrence.
Or as I said a few years ago, J Lo.
um. Okay, so Old Man Frosted Flake says favorite Christmas episode from any cartoon of choice.
Uh, well, I said earlier that would be the Christmas Who episode from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have to say Christmas Who. I just love it too much.
Um. I can't choose between Doug and Rugrats,
That is a hard choice.
or Hey Arnold. Those three are really good. Um. Man, I guess if I had to choose, it'd probably be Hey Arnold.
I haven't seen that one in so long. But I love Hey Arnold.
Um. Last question.
Oh,
Hooray!
oh my.
Who Bob says, what would you buy SBM members for Christmas? Oh gosh.
Well, for a second I thought you said who would you buy SBO members for Christmas? I mean, I would buy a lot of people, but what would I buy? Well, for the people that play SpongeCraft, I'd actually buy them Minecraft because honestly, it's good to support the people who make the game. That and you always get the latest version if you buy the game. But other than that, oh, that's SBC, SBM, um, SBM. What would I buy them? I would buy them a love life because everyone needs a love life. I mean, I need a love life, so I would buy myself a love life. But
um, golly, what would I buy them for Christmas?
no, that was a joke. If you didn't get that,
No, sorry. I think we're like an hour into this podcast, and I can't think anymore.
yeah, that was a
Um,
joke. Some people do have love lives, and congrats. I don't.
yeah, we spend all of our time on SpongeBob forums. That's a huge turn on to women. Huge turn on.
I mean,
That's why we
some.
have a list of women that we got to choose from. Just right now, we're thinking of who we want. Um, I'm not really sure who, or not who, but what I would get. I mean, gift cards is really the only thing I can get
Oh,
without those parents being okay. This is a little sketchy. I'm gonna report you.
oh, I got a serious answer. I'd buy everyone Taco Bell. Who doesn't like
I would
Taco
take
Bell?
that. I
Yeah,
would take that.
who doesn't like Taco Bell? I would buy everyone on SBM a $15 gift card to Taco Bell. How much would that be? There's like 200 people that go and come on every day. How much would that be? That would be $3,000.
Jeez.
Yeah, $3,000. Just that's tuition. You might as well go to college for that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind Taco Bell over to
Yeah,
you know
Taco Bell's way more
what's that?
satisfying.
Right. Okay, I think that about wraps it up. Um,
You just said that in a
not
very Texas way. Your
about wraps it up, y'all.
your Texas is showing.
Not sure when the next one is going to be. Hopefully, sooner than this one was.
1 year from
But
now, mark your date.
yeah,
January
well, we're hoping to have another one in Christmas, but I think we'll do another one in summer. I think I'll have the time to do that.
January 2017. Mark your date and mark your
Yeah,
calendar. That's when the next podcast is coming out.
we're 21st, maybe even 22nd. Um, yeah, hope y'all have
Y'all,
enjoyed it.